Good evening, Spiritual Collective. So I was drawn to pull another message, and it kind of feels like the last message in a way, at least the way it starts out, like the whole overall vibe of the reading. Starts out with the Ace of Pentacles, of growth, of that seed, of that new beginning of growth and abundance and fertility. Okay. Now there was movement to this card, so that means for me it kind of feels like this is in motion. I didn't feel like it was negative. I felt like it's in motion. It's happening. It's this promise of a new birth of growth. You may also be creating more with your hands, making things. You may have been on a creative streak as of late, possibly. Perception and emotions came out afterwards. So again, reminding me of the last reading where your self-perception and your emotions come into play here. You're perceiving yourself differently. You do need to heal your emotions, watch your emotions, but you're becoming more controlled in your emotions. Like you definitely have more control over, your emotions. Definitely more than you've had before. It feels like you're, and with the sword too, you're getting down to business. You're cutting through everything and really striking to the heart of the matter. You also may not really care about how you come off to others. You are who you are, or you're like this, or you're moving into this where you are more comfortable in who you are. And not so much how other people see you, but how you see yourself. But there is something about other people's perceptions of you. Their perceptions of you may not match the reality, but you're moving forward either way, and not letting this get to you and have your emotions active or riled up. It seems like you're really steady in this, and that you start standing your ground when it comes to who you are as a person. That's what I'm getting. It's very solid. It's very formidable. And you come off as wise with your emotional strength and composure. This is a composure here. The King of Water, what was I saying? Yeah, with the emotions, very controlled emotions. You're also very intuitive and divinely guided, spiritually minded, but also very, there's a very strong depth to you. You can dive to the depths to... Also, there's a uniqueness here, again, and with integrity. I'm getting with integrity. So you're very strong in who you are. Very centered in your emotions, like I was saying. Like, yeah, you're good. Integrity, your perception. You are who you say you are, and you don't really care. You know other people think different things of you. And they may have their ideas about you, but you know who you are, and you're not about to let that get to you, because you're strong in who you are. You don't need other people telling you who you are. You know who you are. And yeah, you've come a long way. You're very strong. Listening, yeah, you have this quality. You can listen, and also you know the difference between like how things come off. Like again, this is about, like the caption says, everything that's dark isn't dark, like evil, and not necessarily everything that's light is good, like to that point. So anyways, you know that just because other people may think that you look a certain way, that you are a certain way, but that's not always the case. In fact, most of the time, it's very much not the case. Okay? But you're really good with this. You're also really good at reading between the lines, and you read people's actions, not what they say. Okay? And rigid. You got boundaries. To me, this is not rigid. This is your boundaries. You do have healthy boundaries, and again, you are able to see all sides of the situation from your vantage point. You have a vantage point. You see this crow, this raven, he has a vantage point. He's able to see, you know, from the safety of his perch what is going on. There's definitely, yeah, be able to know what's going on without being touched, without being harmed, being protected and being able to see. The warrior, yeah, again, when I was saying you're standing your ground with this sword, also very much a warrior, and an emotional warrior at that. You've been put through the ringer by people. People have tried to play with your emotions before, and you're like not having any of that. You're very strong. Again, this followed the rigid card, the border card, the boundary card. Okay, so you are very strong in your protections, and you will protect yourself. You know how to protect yourself in a very stable, stoic way. Yeah, you're really getting like this stoic energy. This very... Okay. The High Priestess of Air. Your ideas are really strong right now. Your communications. Yeah, watch these areas, because in the last reading the air was strong in the last reading. But yeah, you have really wonderful gifts with the element of air, with your thoughts, your communication. Yeah, it feels like, sorry, you've mastered your thoughts. At least you're mastering your thoughts. You're getting better at mastering your thoughts, and you're better than you have ever been before. A reminder, there's some reminder, don't forget, okay, because there's something you need to remember. And I feel like with this, you have, it might be something that you need to say, that you need to remember to say, but also I'm getting with communications and the element of air, I'm also getting technology. I feel that maybe there's some skills that you have, either when it's coming to speaking or when it comes to technology or whatever, in that you know, the things governed by air. But anyways, that you need to remember, maybe some skill that you put down that you need to pick back up again. I do remember that there was a couple readings ago talking about you need to write something, you need to say something. Don't forget. Yeah, there's something that you need to do that you put down, that you possibly could have put down, or that you haven't been doing, that you need to do. And this is your reminder to do that thing. Okay? Look into those skills that you have, that you put down maybe, because you're busy doing something else as well, getting that strongly. You need to pick those things up again, to revisit them. They may have changed. Depending on how long you've been gone, things have changed. You need to look into these things, but you can't forget, you can't give up on yourself. It's also about not giving up on yourself. You can't give up on yourself. You need to focus. Again, this has been in past readings. Chaos. You need to focus through the chaos. And there may feel like there was some chaos in your life. Also thinking of the recent storms that have been having. Again, this is a timeless reading, but you know, you need to focus through all this chaotic things that you've been going through. I feel like you can now. I think you're getting better at focusing. I think you're getting a lot better at that. But you still need to make sure that you're taking, that you're making it a priority to do so. You really need to make it a priority. And also being playful. You need to be playful. Again, with this playful, and I'm getting experimental. I'm getting you need to experiment and play. Be bold. Do something just to try something. Do something new, do something bold. Just try it out. Just see. And maybe doing that will give you ideas to do something else. There's something about also creative chaos. Also about creative chaos that can help you. When it comes to maybe thinking of doing something new. Also, there also might be an element of being more orderly in your environment as well. Like creative chaos can be good, but also to watch that there's not too much chaos that's hindering you. Trapped with beauty. Interesting. You may have felt trapped before. You may feel trapped now in some way, but I don't feel like you should. There's beauty here. Okay, maybe there's something that you want to get out to express that you don't feel like you can. There's some kind of beautiful thing that you want to bring into the world that you don't feel like you can. You're afraid to shine in the way that you want to. And again, that kind of doesn't make sense, because it's like you're good with your perception and who you are. But maybe there's something that you don't feel like you have it might be that you feel like you don't have the means to do it yet. Again, here that skill comes in. When you want to bring something beautiful into the world, but you don't feel like you can. You might not have. You may need to brush up on something. Choices. Yeah, the choices that you make. Okay. So remember that you may need to obviously make some choices right now, but also just the choices that you make on a daily basis of what you need to prioritize. Okay. You may need to prioritize some things that you've put down. Okay. You need to look at those things that can really help you. Okay. Choices. Something about choices. What are the choices? What are the choices? What lies beneath? What lies beneath this choice? What are the choices that needs to be made, or a pregnancy test? Unsure pregnancy scare. Ooh, maybe some, ooh, okay. Ooh, maybe there's some choices that revolve around a pregnancy, around a pregnancy test. Also, too, I'm getting like bringing something into the world, and not only just a human child, but something else that you're unsure about bringing into the world. Again, with this trapped in beauty, right? In this choice. Okay? Okay, what else about this choice? Okay. The police. Oh, Lord. What is going on with this reading? And putting on a show. Okay. Weird. This is just weird now. This reading is weird. Okay, maybe the deck choice? I don't know. Okay. Whatever, we're going with it. The police and putting on a show. Is someone putting on a show for the police? Are we engaging in some questionable activity? Are we, as in we, I mean some people who are watching, when it comes to the authorities, are we putting on a show in the police, the law, choices? The choices you make. You're putting on a show. You're not being honest with the authorities in your life, or there's something that you did or could have done that was... I'm not gonna lie, this reading just is starting to confuse me, because it started off so positive and it made sense, and now it's not making sense. I don't know. Okay. Putting on a show. Maybe you're coming off a certain way. You're trying to come off a certain way to the law. I'm confused, okay? I'm admitting I'm confused because then there's trapped, though. There was the trapped card with the police. Maybe someone's getting arrested for the choices they made. I don't think that's you, though, because you had an energy of like knowing who you are, being strong, having this new growth, and then maybe someone who is putting on a show being dishonest towards you is gonna meet the law. Maybe they won't get arrested, but there's some kind of law is gonna come down for the choices they made. Possibly karma. Maybe this is like a karma card, in a way, because police and the law. Because they were putting on a show. They were dishonest. They were putting on a show. And now karma's coming for them. Something to do with a pregnancy test. Okay. A private relationship. Okay, some law is coming down because someone was having a private relationship on the side or something and got someone pregnant. This is not for everyone. Also, your private relationship could be significant. Maybe someone you know is having an affair and they're going to get caught. Okay, that's something that could happen. Emotional intelligence. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have this emotional intelligence. This came out. You have emotional intelligence. Like, we know this because of the emotions card and the King of Water. So that makes sense. Emotional intelligence makes sense. Yeah, you are good. You're on the spectrum of like, okay, but someone in here is like, someone in this reading is, oh, it's your hater. Oh my God. I just said, well, someone, it's your hater. Your haters are having pregnancy scares. Your haters are having affairs, getting pregnant. Some people are getting arrested or they're getting in trouble with the law. These are your haters. Remember the haters we have? Because we have a lot of them. Your haters are meeting the law. That's right. Going down because you messed up. That's right. Oh yeah. Also too, with like this trapped. Oh, and don't forget the chaos card. The chaos for your haters. But remember the trapped in the beauty card. Some kind of love relationship and then getting caught. Ooh. Ooh. Getting caught. Messing around? Okay, this makes sense. Your haters are getting there. Well, that's good to know because you are clean. You did the right thing. Now you might have some of these. Okay, take it how it applies. Like, you know how to read this for you if any of this applies for you. Hopefully you're not in trouble with the law. Hopefully you're not like unwanted. Like, hopefully you're not having an unexpected pregnancy that you didn't plan. Hopefully that's not you. It could, but I feel like the haters is what's happening. You know, like the people in your life who've been being sly and slick and you know they're doing all sorts of stuff. They come at you, you don't care, but you see them doing all this other crazy shit on the side and then bam, pull over because you got caught messing around. But yeah, when I was just saying who the hell, it's the haters. Well, bye-bye, haters. Bye-bye. You're getting caught because you're emotionally intelligent. Yeah, you have emotional intelligence. This ain't you. They're insecure. Yeah, you're emotionally intelligent and they're insecure. And that's why they target you and do all the dumb shittery that they do to you. But then you look at their lives and it's chaos. Chaos. And it's going to end up in getting in trouble. This reading makes more sense now. I'm like, what? This makes more insecure haters doing all the bad stuff, getting caught, breaking contract, a divorce. They could be getting divorced, getting fired, getting divorced, whatever it is because they messed up, breaking a contract. That's okay. That's what you get when you mess around. Get in a room. Hotel, motel, suite, business, and pleasure. Yeah, they were getting a room. They were on the side. They were like, yeah, we won't get caught. Pull over, you're caught. Got caught. No sympathy for the bitch ass haters. Because like what? They've like, you've seen the readings. You know, because you've lived through the haterade, that the fucking shit that they've done to you. Yeah, I cuss. Of course you know that by now. But the stuff that they do to you, and now it's coming down, and I'm like, we're supposed to feel bad? Keeping you a secret. They wanted to have an affair with you. Possibly. Some of you, this is like they want to have something with you. And it didn't happen. But they be having something with other people. Like, example, maybe a boss, you know, that's having an affair with a worker. A lot of people get around at your job, employment, or whatever it is. And they're getting caught. Boo-hoo. Betrayal. Deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. Yeah, these haters are backstabbers. You know that. You know. Just the kind of people they are. You see what kind of people they are? Well, they're gonna get caught. And that's what happens. They're gonna be put in a slammer. Good. Bunch of jerks. No sympathy. Anger management. Yeah, they have anger issues. They tried to get you to pop off. You know, when they try to, like, poke the bear. You know what I'm talking about. When they do those little things to annoy you and get under your skin and keep pushing and saying little shit-ass things that they say just to get you mad because they want to see you pop off. But they be popping off. And they're going to be real mad. They're going to be real mad when the law comes for them, whether that be the physical, tangible law or the karmic law. Take it as applies. Investigating. They're under investigation. They've been investigating you too, let's be honest. Your haters been watching and they've been like taking notes because they're losers, right? You think they learn something. You think they take enough notes they'd be learning some tips, but obviously they ain't. But they're also getting investigated. That's where the law is coming in. Yeah, someone's been investigating this this affair. Someone hired an investigator? Okay. Fake apology. Oh, someone who, maybe someone in your life? Maybe. Or an ex in your life, you know, is doing a fake apology, but they've been getting some on the side. They want to have the fake apology. Whatever it is, or someone's made to apologize to you, but it's fake. Something, yeah, they're not to be trusted. Any kind of apology coming in right now for bad behavior is not to be trusted because of the backstabbing and haters energy that's coming through here. Fulfilling a fantasy, kicked to the curb, doing drugs. Oh, you know, a lot of people be doing this. A lot, like to the umpteenth degree, not just like a little smoke here. No, we're talking about like a lot. They be drugging it up, going to the hotel, motel, having their intercourse, doing their thing, getting pregnant. But anyways, fulfilling a fantasy. Yeah, they're on drugs. They're doing all the fantasy fulfilling with their sexual stuff. And they're getting kicked to the curb because someone's finding out. Someone's finding out. So this is what's happening to your haters. Oh no. Oh, it's so sad. I mean, it happens. Tired of the drama. Yeah, you're tired of the drama. You've been tired of the drama. You detached. And when you detached, all this other shit went down. Because you're not throwing your energy in the ring. You're not a part of that, like, chaotic chaos. You're not a part of that chaos that they're into. They can just have their chaos and deal with it because we don't want none. We're all about healing here. And we're healing. We're healing. And, you know, what should we focus on? So we know that we're emotionally good. We know our haters are going down. They've done some stuff on the side. They've been There's been haterade, there's been some backstabbery, there's been dishonesty. You've been true to yourself. That's all that matters. And some tips are, your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose? Yeah, focus on your life. How can you live with more purpose? Again, expanding your skills, focusing on the choices that you have, being experimental and playful, expanding outwards. You're expanding outwards. Ooh, that's pretty. Gotta love some leopard action. Forgiveness will set you free. What do you need to forgive yourself for? At first I thought I was going to talk about others, but what do you need to forgive yourself for? Is there something that you done or didn't do? Somehow you gave up on yourself and there's a lot of time where you were just stagnant and you weren't doing what you needed to do. You need to forgive yourself for that and move forward. Yeah, because now you're expanding. It's expansion time, and you need to let all that stuff go. That was a lot of cards. And expand. Because this drama ain't yours. That's someone else's drama. You're about expansion. We got beautiful energy coming up. Eliminate distractions. Stop shining light on things that you are not. How can you reclaim your power? Yeah, you reclaimed your power when you stopped focusing, because you were tired of the drama. You stopped focusing on all this, like, like the other, like, you could feel it in the air around you, all this other shit that was going on, the chaos of all these haters doing all this weird shit and like trying to get you involved. And you were like, no, I'm not involved in that. You're tired of the drama. I'm not involved. Stop trying to get me involved with your drugs and your sex and all that stuff. Leave me alone. I'm expanding. And what happened? That's what happened. When you let go, they had to deal with their own stuff, right? A deep inward journey. You'll be rewarded for the work. How can you alchemize your fear? Again, when I said inward journey, when we were talking about, going deep with the King of Water. Okay? Going deep, expanding yourself. Deep inward journey, you'll be rewarded for. You are rewarded. You've been doing the work and you're rewarded now. You're not, your life is so much better and expansive. All you gotta do is make sure that you focus and stay true to yourself and keep going on this journey of expanding yourself and experimenting. I'm really getting you need to experiment and pick up some skills that you may have put down, or pick up some skills that you've always been interested in. There's something about skill set that you need to really work on, that you need to not give up on yourself because it was a dream that you put down and that you're picking back up again, that you need to go with. You need to focus on that and don't focus on the drama, because the law is coming for the drama. The law is coming. They're coming. Okay? Things are not what they seem. You are only trapped by your illusion. Again, with that trap card, you're only trapped by your illusion. Things are not what they seem. There's been illusions around you. Okay? This comes up a lot. So basically, what freedom do you seek? Okay, you know that things are like, but what do you seek? What freedom do you seek? And focus on that, okay? What is has no bearing on what will be. What does your ideal life look like? And feel like. We've had this card before. Yeah, what does your ideal life look like and feel like? Focus on that. That's what you're doing. What do you want to focus on? That's your new life that's expanding. It's this thing that was moving. Remember, it's this possibility, this tangible possibility, but yeah, responsibility too. When you're growing something, you're nurturing something. You have that responsibility to focus on that and nurture that thing, and not focus on the drama and the actions and getting involved in, the haters pulling you in. And you've been really good at not doing that, and just keep not doing that, because they're going to get theirs. They're going to get what's coming to them. And we like seeing that. Well, now I'm glad that this reading makes more sense, because I was like, what? I'm like, Gaia. Woo! Yeah, you're good. You're good. You know what to focus on your life, not the lives of others that are looking really, really bad. Ancient wisdom. There's something about stability here. Stability and wisdom. Stability, wisdom. Looking at maybe some traditional stuff might also help you get grounded. There's something about grounding in the earth-centered. There could be something there for you with it, earth-centered spirituality and having strong roots and a strong foundation while branching upwards towards the sky. So, get a better shuffle than that. That was, it's just right. Okay. You're doing well. Something that expansion too, being strongly rooted, and you're stable. The stability that you have. You're not like this chaotic train wreck of a mess that, you know, is, that your haters are. They manifested that themselves through their choices. Where's that choices card? Where's that choices card? Through their choices. And I'm glad you made the choice not to engage with these fools. Ritual insight. Yeah, taking a look, doing some scrying, really taking a look, meditation practice, sitting with that. So yeah, doing some spell work, some scrying. Oh, ooh, oh wow. Okay. All right. Take them. We got Call of the Moon. This is also, again, with the moon, with emotions, but this is expansive. It also has that water quality, right? So it's going to be a very deeply psychic time. Pay attention to your dream states during this time. Again, I'm getting like this really like, yeah, it's going to be very visionary again with this as well. Ritual insights. Doing rituals and then listening to your dreams. Paying attention to your dreams. The vibrant unknown. This is really great. The vibrant unknown. Yeah. You're expanding out. You're expanding out and you're going places that are places you've never been before. To the Coven's door. This is about working with other people. This is about, so you're branching out, but they're also make a community. This is also a community that you may also, you know, that you may also come in contact or be exposed to in the future. Also, make sure that that's the right community for you. And I'm sure it will be if you follow all the good advice and do not partake in what you know is the wrong choice for you. But this community is out there, but it's at the end of a journey. After a lot of contemplation, it's at the end of the journey, because this was a card following this one, where, you know, she's headed towards that, but that's in the future. Right now, you're on the walk of expansion, of that really expansive, colorful, vibrant, like, whoa, out of this world energy, to where afterwards you can settle in with the real deal, your real community, your real tribe, or whatever you want to call it. It's at the end of that journey. Well, not, you know, not at the, like, obviously your life is a journey, but you're going to be doing some expanding. Let's just say expanding before you get to this place. And it's going to be well worth the wait because you've started to focus on yourself. But that's your job right now, is focusing on yourself. You know that the haters and the naysayers are going to get theirs because they made the wrong choices. You, on the other hand, focus on yourself, move towards your bright new future, nurture this new beginning, because it's what you deserve and it's what you've been working for. Peace.